As promised, I am doing my series on the Ultimatum, and the first couple I want to talk about is Jebin and Alex. And first off, right off the bat, I want to say I do not like his laugh. The whole time I was watching the Ultimatum, every time he would laugh, it would just like really, really irritate me. Like his laugh is just so annoying, and I'm not a judgmental person. I don't really like get on people about things, but his laugh, I can't stand it. I just can't stand it. That's beside the point, though. Okay, that's beside the point. They did not even make it to the trial marriages. They didn't even make it to that. And the reason why they didn't make it to that is because, so first I want to say right off the bat, when they start off the Ultimatum and they have all the couples kind of going around chatting it up with other, couples to kind of see who they're vibing with, right? So this is the part where all the women are meeting with the other males that are not their partner and vice versa. So the men are meeting with the women that are not their partners. And so they're trying to see who they can get a feel for as far as like who they could see themselves doing the trial marriage with, right? And so Alex, I want to say, is very mature. She has really good conversations with some of the guys that she is introduced to on the Ultimatum. Jebin, when he goes out and he's talking to the other women to see who he's going to be doing these trial marriages with, I honestly feel bad like watching this play out for him, because I'm like, I feel bad for the woman he ends up with, because some of the questions that he asks are not even serious questions. They're like, they're crappy questions. Okay, for example, I'll just throw this out there. I can't remember verbatim what he said, but a question would be like, would you rather get bitten by a shark or bear? That was like the premise of his questions, right? Very childlike, very surface, very ha hee hee type stuff. It was not serious. So I kind of feel like he was playing the whole time. And so then there's a point in time where the girls meet up, the guys meet up to discuss like how their conversations are going. And the girls basically tell Alex how Jebin is basically a jokester and like no one really takes him seriously, and you can definitely see why. And so then when it comes down to everyone is at the table, because at this point people are going to decide who they want to do their trial marriage with. I guess night prior, Jebin had wrote Alex a letter. It was mean. I can't remember it verbatim. If you haven't seen the show, just go to the clip so you can see the specific letter. But he basically in this letter says that he doesn't see himself marrying her. Mind you, they have been together, I want to say 5 or 6 years. 5 or 6 years they've been together. Yeah. So in this letter, he basically says that he doesn't know why she brought him on the show. He doesn't see them being together, and a few other things that I can't remember verbatim. I watched the show quite a few days ago. But basically in this letter, he just does not see himself with her. Okay. Mind you, the letter never gets to Alex because production stops the letter from getting to Alex. So they're at this table and they actually hand the letter to Alex. Alex reads this letter aloud in front of everyone. So it's basically humiliating that she's reading this letter aloud in front of everyone at the table, because I mean, it's on national television and everyone at the table is hearing what he wrote in this letter. And it was very aggressive too. Like he used profanity and some other things in there too. And, I just knew like them coming into the Ultimatum, she was not supposed to be with him. And from that letter, they, the hosts, Nick Lachey and Vanessa, asked him to leave. And then by proxy, because she didn't have her partner there, she also had to leave. And I will say this too, that I kind of saw that in my mind, because I kind of felt like she was just so attached to him. I kind of felt like they were going to get back together. I can't remember in the reunion if they said they did or if they didn't, but they did remain friends, which I think is completely crazy. But I guess like to this day they have remained friends. And on the reunion, he basically said that he didn't see himself getting married until like 35 or something, and he's currently 25. And so there was just no point in him even being brought on the show, which is really crazy, because it's like, if that was the case, like you could have told your partner well before her bringing you on the show and basically humiliating her on TV. You know what I mean? Like that was just crazy and wild to me. So let me know what you guys think about this couple. I really thought that Jebin was very immature. He was very rude, and I also just felt like he could have just told her straight up he didn't want to come on, he didn't see himself getting married, and could have stopped everything from being on national television. That's my personal opinion. And Alex can do way better. She's very beautiful. From the conversations I saw with her having conversations with the other guys on the Ultimatum, I feel like she's very intelligent. Definitely could do way better. And his laugh, I can't. I can't. Does anyone else feel the same way about the laugh? Let me know in the comments.